The homeowner is worried about the work needed to maintain a grass lawn and flower beds. So she is now looking at some low maintenance materials. She is considering artificial turf, which costs $15 per square foot to install, and gravel, which costs $3 per square foot. She may use a combination of the two materials in different parts of the yard. Her budget is still $3,000. Here is a graph representing some constraints in this situation. The graph shows a line going through 500, 100. In this situation, what does the point 500, 100 mean? All right, think about it and choose the best choice that you think will work. The point 500, 100 in this situation means the homeowner can buy 500 square feet of gravel and 100 square feet of artificial turf, and it will cost her $3,000. Based on the situation, write an equation that the line represents. All right, look at the choices here on the Ed puzzle to see what choice you think best represents an equation for that line. Here is an equation that would represent the line. This shows you that if you spend $15 per square foot of turf and $3 per square foot of gravel, it will show you all the combinations that will add up to costing $3,000. Okay, we just sort of talked about this, but what do the solutions to the equation mean? The solutions to this equation represent all possible combinations of turf and gravel that cost $3,000. So anything that falls on this line would be a possible choice for the homeowner to choose that combination and still be right at her budget. The point 600, 200 is located to the right and above the line. Does that combination of turf and gravel meet the homeowner's constraints? Explain or show your reasoning. Okay, so we're going to set up the equation. Okay, and then from there we're going to actually plug in 600 and 200. So go ahead and do that and see if it's going to meet the constraint that was set up. Remember that the x-axis is actually where the gravel is represented. So your first coordinate is going to deal with gravel, and your second part of that coordinate is going to deal with the square foot of artificial turf. So make sure you're plugging it in the correct way. All right, when you evaluate those values, you're definitely over budget here. You're over by $1,800, which is not going to work for the homeowner situation. Choose another point in the same region to the right and above the line. Check if the combination meets the homeowner's constraints. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to use 800 and 100. Remember, you've got G and T. All right, once again, we're over budget by like $900. So that's still not going to work because she wants to stay at or below $3,000. The point 200 and 100 is located to the left and below the line. So we're looking at a different part of the graph here. Okay, does that combination of turf and gravel meet the homeowner's constraints? Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to plug in 200 and 100 and see what happens. So this time we're not equal to 3,000. However, it is less than 3,000. So this amount would be okay because it's under budget. Choose another point in the same region to the left and below the line. Check if the combination meets the homeowner's constraints. All right, so this is going to be, I'm just going to pick a random one over here, 550 here. So we're going to do the same thing, 550. All right, go ahead and work that out and make a decision about whether you think we're going to be under or over budget. All right, in this case, we find that this value, this combination of gravel and turf, will still be under budget. All right, so we need to relate these two expressions. We can have any combination that's going to be less than, under budget, or equal to the budget of $3,000. Okay, so that is why we're going to put this sign in the middle. This value over here must be less than or equal to 3,000 to work. So we're going to actually be focusing on the bottom part of that graph. And we're going to include anything that falls directly on the line. So any of these values here are going to work.